everyone? Happy Friday and golden weekend, buddy. Yeah, we got gold happening today. So I definitely want to give a shout out to everybody who's tuned in already. And I want to say my apologies for the delay. We had some miscommunication in a few different places. Cyril, I love gold. Absolutely, buddy. And let's see. Cyril, I'm impatient. I was impatient too. But hey, we just talked to each other, man. We spent an awesome hour on the Rags to Riches. And for anybody who doesn't know what that is, definitely go check it out because it's a great strategy. And I personally am learning a lot, and I hope that you guys are too in that. But the great thing is, in today's Rags to Riches, guess who the winner was? Yes, Collective Finance. Woo! Yes, it was awesome. So, Sandy Wallace, Mom, that is my mother. Hi, Mom. Glad you could join us here. Cameron Rice, good to have you. Hi, Cameron. Let's see. Darth Vader here. Okay. That's Darth Vader. Okay, I know who Cameron is. Yeah, the man who tempts me with food every day. It's evil. But the crew you have all been waiting for. The people of the hour. Let's welcome Collective Finance Team. Welcome, gentlemen.
Howdy. Pleasure to be here. There. Great intro.
Thank you.
Yeah, you're so awesome. Lively. I love it.
Yeah, that's fantastic.
I try to be. Too many people get on here. It's like, yeah, I'm here to talk about this project. Yeah, that ain't me, man.
Sorry, guys. I'm right in the middle of traveling across town. I had a last minute run I have to make to Idaho, from Montana to Idaho, like maybe leave tonight and then come back, and then I got to go pick up one of my horses that were getting bred over in the other part of the state right on Sunday. So it's like back forth, and so you'll hear some noise. Sorry about that. Perfect. Ahead of time.
You coming through Boise, man? Anywhere nearby? Let's meet up.
No, I'm actually going up by through like I think Devil's Canyon area. Yeah.
You're more mid-state, mid to northern. Okay.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Man, we are going to meet up. If nothing else, I'm going to get in my car one of these Saturdays and just start driving to your house. I'm just going to show up.
Yeah, I was showing Jacob for Chrome that I was doing an R8 for a guy the other day, and that was fun. I've gotten some really, I like to focus on the really custom ones, so I enjoy working on that stuff. So I try to take in as much of that stuff as I can when I can.
See, note to self, I need to get my C5 Blazer, it's a 1974, or K5, sorry, not C5, K5 Blazer, down to your shop, leave it there for a month, and come back and see what happened to it. I can only imagine.
But don't give me a budget.
Oh yeah, you've got a budget, man. Come on, you see what I do for a living? Come on.
It's like telling an artist that you want to have this certain picture painted for this amount of money, and they'd look at you and go, yeah, right.
Yeah, that's my problem. But hey, that's okay. That's what we're here for today. So, there are a lot of big things that have been happening with Collective Finance. I mean, it was kind of quiet there for a while, but then things started to explode. And I mean, just in the last 30 days alone, you guys have had a lot of things happening. So who wants to give us a rundown for anybody who doesn't know what Collective Finance is? And then also what has changed in the last brief little time?
What do you think? Do you want me to get it?
I'm going to let Jacob get it because he's in the hot seat again.
You did well the last time, by the way. I want to give you definitely an applaud on that one.
Thank you. So yeah, welcome and thank you everybody for being here and everybody listening to the recording and all that stuff. So yeah, shout out to the audience. But we're part of Collective Finance. Me and Crip are both co-founders. Collective Finance is a project right now we're launched on Arbitrum, and we're here to provide safe and secure exposure to commodities in the space. So right now, like in regular TradFi and just in the real world, it's really hard to gain exposure to commodities like gold, silver, and even diamonds. And we're here to help solve that issue by bringing that as well as yield earning opportunities on top of that, so that you can actually gain safe exposure as well as earn yield on hard assets, so that you can protect your wealth and earn yield on an asset that's self-appreciating as well. So that's what we're about. We over collateralize our assets and make sure they're 100% asset backed, and it's not synthetic, so they're backed by the asset they represent. How we've done that with gold is by using PAX-G, and if you don't know what PAX-G is, it's kind of a spew, but it's basically backed by physical gold, so it's 1-to-1, and you can always, it's audited, you can always go check up on it yourself, and it's a really cool, unique token that you should always definitely check out. But we utilize their token. It's only on Ethereum, though it is on some other networks, like extremely low liquidity. Their main source is Ethereum, and that's where like their hub is. I don't think they plan to expand. I mean, it doesn't really seem like it. So what we've done is use them, and we have a multi-sig on Ethereum to hold that PAX-G, which will then back and over collateralize what we call a C token, and this one is CGLD or C Gold. And yeah, that's what we got going so far. We'll probably jump right more into some more stuff.
Perfect. Okay, so now, just so people know, the Sea Gold is out, and they can purchase that, and it's on the Arbitrum network.
Yep.
And the only place that is currently available right now, oh shit, I just broke. My bad. Is RBDex, right?
Yes, correct.
Okay. And let's see. So right now, just so everybody knows, one Sea Gold token is priced at $63.15.
Nice. Approximately 1 gram of gold.
Right.
I forgot to add that in. Yeah, actually, that's a very important part to note, is that the C tokens that we drop are going to represent 1 gram annotation, as well as we're using troy ounces, not regular ounces. So if you're trying to denominate in 28 grams, it's not going to work. It's 31.1. So we do everything in grams. So C Gold represents 1 gram of gold and is loosely pegged to that. So it will fluctuate up and down, and it's good to, you know, take profits as well as buy the dip, and you can arbitrage that way, as well as more opportunities come in, as we're going to talk about.
Perfect. Did you have something, Chrome or Crip?
Yeah, I was going to say, we can, you know, let everybody know that there's a bit of an arbitrage opportunity on one side of it, right? So the way I explain it is, like, you have the bank side and then you have the arbitrage side, and the bank side always holds the PAX-G, so the amount that's minted, it always stays, you know, it's always backed essentially 1-to-1, but it's a little bit over 1-to-1. How that works, we can get into the details of that, but just to touch on the gold side of it, Paxos or PAX-G, Paxos Gold, you guys can feel free to look them up. They're a very, very, very large company. A lot of the gold is held in London bullion vaults, and it's managed by the, I guess, follows the London Goods, or what is it, the London Bullion or London Goods Services, I think. London Goods Services. You can look all those guys up. It's a very highly regulated company, including in the United States. So very well to do company. So that's why we chose them. If we could find, you know, a PAX-G and silver and diamonds like we're looking to expand, that's going to be a great thing. So feel free to check them out. It's important to know about them.
Perfect. Okay. And so now, right now, it's only available on Arbitrum, or I'm sorry, on RBDex. Wow, I just blanked there.
RBDex, yeah.
But now there's supposed to be an announcement that was happening as far as going on Crescent Swap. Is that correct?
Yes, we can definitely talk about that in this one.
Yeah.
So for everybody listening, yeah, we're going to be, we just talked about it in our latest AMA. So we're going to be launching some pools on Crescent Swap, and so that's going to be happening probably within the next day or two now that they've completely launched and gotten all their stuff up and running. And yeah, so there will be a CGLD and USDC LP pool, because right now on RBDex it is paired with USDT. So we're switching it up and doing USDC over on Crescent Swap, as well as going to be pairing. They want to pair one of their main native tokens, Moonlight, with Sea Gold, and so we're also going to be working to do that. So that'll be another pool that'll be coming out. So that'll be Moonlight CGLD, and yeah, so there'll be multiple new LP pools coming out. They're going to be a partner of ours, and we're going to do some AMAs and some cool stuff together. So be on the lookout for that, and we're going to start to kind of run through what that's going to look like and how you can take advantage of what that's going to be.
Yes, and that's where this is going to get really exciting, because we're going to dive into your new Dapp. You know, because when we talked a couple days ago, you and I sat down for what, probably 2.5 hours just playing with it, crunching numbers.
Wasn't it?
It was a blast, but it was so much fun. And by the end,
It
I was
was.
so excited. It's like, oh my God. And huge shout out to Yabonks, everybody. Yabonks, my brother in arms, had a live stream before I started my back-to-back live stream. And this is awesome. Between him and I, we've kind of taken over Friday evenings. Yabonks, I love you, brother. You are my shining inspiration, my mentor, and the one who pushes me every day. So thank you. And everybody, definitely check out Yabonks if you don't know who that is. Absolute amazing guy. Runs an animal sanctuary down in Florida. And his whole goal is to help the animals, help the people, and he does crypto to do that, as well as helping all of us. So yeah, highly big supporter and love him to death.
Yeah, shout out to Yabonks, and his animal sanctuary is awesome. So shout out to him just for that alone. I think that's really cool.
It is. I mean, it takes a special kind of person to dedicate their life to helping animals. I mean, it's not like they can give you anything back short of just the love. So yeah, love you, brother. And yeah, 100%, my man. I'm trying to figure out why all of our screens are up on the top. I mean, I think I broke something. I don't know what, but I think I did. So sorry, guys.
The messages? Or?
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
So it needs to do that. That's really weird. Okay. So now for some people, I'm actually covering this in my latest Zero to Hero series that I've been working on. The video I was actually working on today. And I start talking about arbitrage. And so I'm going to grab my props here. For anybody who doesn't know what arbitrage is, I'm going to give you a classic example. Okay, so we've all bought soda at the grocery store and at a convenience store. Well, we know that at a grocery store, you're going to pay like $1.29 for this bottle. But at a convenience store, because you're paying for 24-hour access, that bottle's $1.99. So there's like a 70 cents difference. Arbitrage is simply the concept of buying the exact same thing at one location for $1.29, walking across the street and selling it to the convenience store for $1.99. Minus maybe a little bit of fee or something for that transaction. And basically what that's going to do is eventually this guy's going to have so much soda, they're going to have to drop their price. This guy's going to run out of soda. He's going to have to raise his price until they balance out. That's essentially what arbitrage is. Buying low, selling high until the prices intermix and they balance out. That'd be an accurate description, guys?
Yeah, nice and simple.
So that's what I try to do. I try to keep it simple to make sure everybody can comprehend what we're talking about.
Yeah, no, that was good.
It's the KISS method.
Exactly. Keep it simple, stupid. And they're talking about me most days when they say the stupid part. I will totally admit to that. Okay, so now, guys, where do you want to start? On your Dapp, or where do you want to start at, Chrome?
Oh, man.
Let's go to the Dapp. Let's go to the Dapp. Or the Dapp.
Ding, ding, ding.
Yeah. That's the most
New.
important. We're going to, this is a huge, you talk about arbitrage. You own an Angel NFT. It's the ultimate way to be able to arbitrage. So, and we can get into detail on that later, but essentially you get a 50% tax reduction across minting and redeeming. Allows you to arbitrage. And we launch new pools on different dexes. There will be quite a bit of that. What's wrong, Chrome? Were you gonna say something?
You were just about to go full robot. It cut out for a second, but it came back in. And you were good for the rest of the sentence, actually.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, you're good. Okay, so
Okay.
here we go, guys.
Okay, then, because it's really. Yeah, go ahead.
No, I'm saying yes. We hear you fine. Go ahead. It's all you, Krypton.
Oh, it's fine. I think I have a little bit of a lag, so let's just get into the Dapp.
Okay. Fair enough. Fair enough. Okay. Now, Chrome, am I okay to share the link to this Dapp right here, right now?
No, not yet.
Okay. Okay.
Not quite yet. Once we announce it, like everything, then yes. This one will just be viewership, so everybody can check it out.
We're so close.
Yeah.
But I want to do it, man.
If
Come
you
on,
guys
I want
were
to
an
do it. Let
angel,
me
you
do
would
it.
see it, but
Yeah. Like we want to, but we want it to be like, we want it to come out officially. So it'll come.
Okay. So this is the new Dapp, and we are on the dashboard screen right now. So Chrome, give us a tour, my man.
Absolutely. So as you can see right away, you can see C Gold price. So that is currently linked to RBDex, I believe. So that would be the current trading price for CGLD on RBDex.
Hey, you ought to hide that link because you got it like straight right. Everybody can see your search bar there.
Okay. Let me switch that. Good call. Thank you. Because
Yeah.
I'm doing entire screen, not
Yeah.
window.
You don't want to drop the link. You just dropped it. Thank you. Well, I guess it's fine. Okay, let's note something really important to know right now. If you guys are, if you saw the link and you go visit it, that's fine. But what you need to know is there's only a certain amount of money in that float pool right now. So if you go try to put say you try to go redeem $2,000 worth of CGLD because you bought it in an LP position, well, you know, you're not going to be able to redeem that until the float pool has enough in it. Now, there's a lot of technicalities when it comes to that float pool and how it all works and how, you know, Paxos, all these other big companies, stable coins, they all have essentially kind of the same method with floats. So, you know, it's really common, but it does, you know, and mint and redeem fees collect, all goes towards the float, and it gets balanced, and it's all going to work over time. So just takes a little time.
Yeah, good to know. Don't try and redeem a bunch of gold right now. It's just not set up to do that right now, and we can.
You'll get an error.
Yeah.
Okay. And so yeah, I apologize. I'm sorry, and so I should fix that. But yes, it's my bad.
No, all good. We gotta figure it out.
This is why we can't.
It's actually fine. It's ready to go. It's actually fine. It's ready to go. It's just we're trying to be respectful to some upcoming partners, and we're trying to work with those guys over at Crescent Swap. So we just want to make sure we, you know, do things in tandem.
Right. And that makes sense. That's and yeah, I honestly, when we scheduled this last week or so, we kind of thought everything was going to be up and going right now. So if you would, can you give us an understanding of what happened there? Because I know there's been some FUD here and there, some concerns. What is going up with Crescent?
There's really, you know, it's really, FUD is just FUD and whatever. The positive thing is that we're done with our side of things and we're ready. So, like I said, we have no issues with, you know, where we're at on things. We're ready to roll. It's just we're trying to be respectful for our partners. And like I said, we were planning on launching things in tandem, and their launch date got pushed back a little bit. That's why. No FUD. It's just this is life. This is how it goes. And guess what? Things never go as planned. 80% of the time in my life, they have not gone as planned. And you know, when you get a rejection, it's time for reflection. So you need to be able to, you need to think about that. So
that's good.
That was good. I like. I got to add that to my repertoire of sayings. I'll probably screw it up, but that is.
I can't necessarily take credit for that. I will give the a great gentleman his name. I'm not going to give his name, but he's the founder of Kyoto. When I talked to him, he was a great dude, and he told me that one, and I thought, you know what, I'm going to save that one.
That's a good one. It's a good one.
That's good. And that is one thing that a lot of people freak out about. And guys, if you don't know, anytime you're dealing with a project, I mean, these guys here, they've done it. They've seen the back end. There is a ton of work that goes into even the simplest project, whether it's an NFT. And Cyril can vouch for this. A simple NFT project is countless hours of work. I mean, there's multiple people, multiple contracts, all these things going on. So if something's delayed a day or two, you know, Rome wasn't built in a day. Have a little bit of patience. And I love going into these launch things and they're like, oh my God, you're like 3 minutes late. Why haven't you launched? It's like, calm down. Okay. Sometimes things happen. Yeah.
It's just how it goes. I mean, code is, you know, code for just a liquidity pair is fairly simple depending on what the token has involved in it. But I mean, gosh, a DEX is a whole nother story.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
And not even the back end. It's the back end, the front end, the linking, making sure everything works with, and then not to mention it's, you know, the V3. I mean, there hasn't been a lot of that tech out. So every time there has been a V3 launch, it does take a little bit of work. And I mean, if you look back, nobody's had a smooth launch. I don't recall anybody having a perfect launch. And I've
There's
been a
so
part
many
of
different
so
factors.
many dexes.
Yeah.
I've been a part of so many launches over the years, and I mean, I'm talking 20, 30, maybe even more. But it's just how it goes.
Right, and yeah, it's just like Cyril says there. Yeah, been testing on testing, it doesn't always save you. It'll behave differently on mainnet sometimes, and yeah, that is
No,
absolutely true.
it's what happened to us. Look, when our liquidity pairing when our token went live, it went live. It went through testnet. Everything was great. It went live and it was messed up. Nobody knows this until now. We had to completely redo our whole UI for our pre-sale page. We had to redo our whole token, everything in an hour. We had 1 hour. We got our whole front end, like two or three developers on it, and then we had 2 or 3 devs on our code. Of course, my good friend LB, I love him to death. He's such a good dude. He came in and saved the day and fixed our code and had it up and going in an hour. So ours didn't even go as perfect, but
Exactly.
luckily we have a hell of a dev team. I mean, a solid dev team. We're very fortunate. It's just, your network's your net worth. So it depends on who you know is kind of what gets you through, and that's what crypto's all about, really. It's getting the best folks you can together to build and make sustainable projects for the future.
Absolutely, and yeah, that's the thing is it's really about who you know and making sure you've got the best skilled people around you, because you're only ever going to be as good as those that are around you are. Because I mean, you're raising each other up, you're building each other up, and so yeah, good advice. If anybody's weighing you down, if somebody's just making it unhealthy or whatever, cut them loose. There's better people out there, and like Zach said,
Just cut the fat.
yeah, there you go, buddy. You got to do it. And Cyril is teasing us because he knows one project that launched, but it wasn't a DEX, but it did launch perfectly. And yes, Cyril, we know you are the master of that. I hats off to you, buddy. But yeah, 95% don't go perfectly. And I mean, this is cutting edge technology, guys. So if a DEX or if any project has a few hiccups, don't freak out. I mean, don't just start, oh my God, they're going to rug us. Dude, calm down. And so if you've ever had kids, nothing goes right, man. Come on.
Yeah, it's impossible. There's so many things. So
right. So okay, so run us through this DEX here real quick, or I'm sorry, the Dapp for collective finance.
we're saying Dex so much, it's just imprinted. Yeah.
It is. Yeah, it's like stuck in my head. Okay.
Yeah. No, yeah. So as I was saying before, we got the C Gold price, which is linked to the RBDEX pair right now, so 63.37, as well as the current market cap and the supply. So that's just in the little blue part down below. So 101,000 market cap and then 1607 supply. And then the little box on the right displays actual 1 gram of gold price. So this is what the current market rate for 1 gram of gold would be.
I want to check that. Hold on a sec. See, okay, so I'm on Gold Price Live, a website. It says 62.42. What is that?
It's close.
2 pennies. That's real close.
Yeah, it's like either a little bit behind or it's feeding off of like a slightly different location. There's probably a couple different like APIs you can grab from, so it might just be a little bit different. Right. So that displays that, as well as the 1 troy of ounce just right below it. So
right, and so that was one thing I was looking at here real quick, Chrome. This is showing C Gold currently at 63.37, and RBDEX is currently showing at 63.1524.
So it could be linked off of Dex Screener or CoinMarketCap. Some of those, they do have different ways that they report and feed price. Like Dex Screener does it based off of the previous transaction and not what you're actually buying it at. I don't know. There's a lot of different things. I would say it's never going to be exactly perfect, but you're always going to get like really, really close. And we are going to eventually add like the distinctive LP pairs so that you can, see which different pair you're looking at, like what the price is on.
Yeah, our Dapp is going to be our Dapp is going to be like the main house.
Yeah.
For us. I mean, it's going to have everything you can imagine. Right, so that's
what we're planning.
That's what we're going to do. We'll have all the price feeds on there. We'll have everything collective, and then some is going to be strictly on that DApp, and then where you can farm and all of that stuff, or add LP and farm, it'll be on a DEX. Now, we are going to have an in-house auto compounder where we look to be cheaper on fees than any other auto compounder that has been involved with CGLD to this date. So we'll cut that fee by 1%. Should be around 2% fee for the auto compounder, and then that'll be in-house. So we're looking to make it a lot easier for folks that want to enter into our ecosystem and get exposure. It'll be a lot easier to do on the DApp. It'll all be there.
So it's like a one-stop shop for gold. Right here is where we're going to be.
That's the plan. Yep.
Gold, silver, and diamonds. But yeah, we'll get gold for now.
Yeah.
We'll start with gold. We'll get that up and running, then we'll add the silver diamonds. Like
basically. Let me just quickly zoom back in so I can see it. I'm looking on my phone, so I gotta go zoom. So the bar, the box on the bottom is gonna be like a kind of like your earnings, I think. You know, it'll display like what you're able to claim, so it'll show like your available balance once you're connected and have your NFT staked. So none of that is like officially, there's not going to be any numbers there until we get the NFT staking done and implement that. People stake and then rewards distribute, stuff like that. So if you're not an NFT holder that's staked, you probably won't see anything there.
Okay, so this balance and stuff doesn't show what I actually have in my MetaMask wallet that's linked to it. This is solely based on the NFT staking.
Yeah, no, I believe it's just your rewards that you would be receiving, yeah.
Okay, so now let me ask you real quick on that, because I know the Angel NFTs, the first round of those sold out completely, and now there's like 5 more Angels available. Is that correct?
So yeah, there's another set of 5, which is like the middle set that we're selling for 6,000 a piece right now.
Okay. And how many total Angel NFTs are still available in the world, or ever will be?
Only these 10 more for right now, though in the code we can mint up to another, I think 33 or 34 more. But that will be up to the discretion of like
we're not I mean, these NFTs are going to be very valuable. So quite honestly, I mean, I think we're personally underselling them. The next 34 that are going to go out are going to be extremely different in price. So by that time, you know, these things are going to be having you know, an ROI on the initial, and so we're pretty excited to start getting all that stuff pumped out. But before we even decide to mint the rest of those, we'll be further along in the roadmap, that's for sure.
Okay. And so now, if somebody wants to get one of these Angel NFTs, and of course they're going to go tell you, hey, Serenity said I need to get an Angel NFT, because I do get a little perk if you guys do. But if somebody did want to get one of those, how would they go about that?
You just reach out to us directly, either on, I would say preferably Discord. If you reach out to us, come into the server, open a ticket. If you do Telegram, we do have a Telegram as well, though it's not really active much at all. We're not much of Telegram people. We're all really about Discord. So just come reach out to us and we can share all the info, talk with you if you want to get on a call, VC, whatever you want to do. And we can kind of run through the details and see what's up, and then discuss from there.
Okay, sounds good. And yeah, I know we've covered the NFTs quite a bit, a lot of the perks, a lot of the benefits. And guys, if anybody is even remotely contemplating the idea of the NFTs, I would highly recommend talk to one of these gentlemen, because there is a ton of rewards. And the more I found out things that I'm not allowed to say, I'm super stoked. So if you're even contemplating it, talk to them and just find out some of the details. They'll give you the alpha information. There's the Discord there. Hop and talk to them.
Thank you, Serenity.
Absolutely, brother. Okay, so this part right here is for the NFT. Now, let me sidetrack you just a little bit, because I know originally, back when I first started covering collective finance, and we've talked a lot, there's talks of a Seagull NFT. Is that still happening, or what's the deal on there? What can you tell us?
Yeah, we just talked about that in our most recent AMA, and I kind of talked about it, or wrote about it in our AMA recap a little bit. But so that's going to be one of our next developments right after we kind of finish off the Dapp, because as you can see, there are some blanked out spaces. So like we would like to fill in those spaces, have everything up and running that we are in development working on right now. That being, the NFT staking, the auto compounder. And then afterwards, we'll be able to start the work on the Sea Gold sale. So we'll start, a little marketing push and all that fun stuff. But basically, the Sea Gold NFTs are related to the Sea Gold tokens. So you're going to be earning your rewards in gold and probably a little bit of Bitcoin as well. Those being from the portfolio and obviously the vault. We've talked about those a lot in the past. So recommend checking out videos if you want to check out more about that. But basically, they're going to be a fraction of the price that the Angel NFTs are. So the starting price for Angel NFTs were $5,000, I think, and Sea Gold NFT is going to be roughly, $500 or less. It's not 100% set in stone, but we're looking around those figures. So a lot easier for the average Joe to acquire. Pretty simple, straightforward. It's going to have very similar utilities and benefits to the Angel NFT, though it's going to be, I guess, slightly watered down because the Angel NFT will just always be the best and most expensive, the premier NFT, basically. But yeah, it'll be another reward generating NFT from what we earn, as well as give you some slight discounts within certain very specific things, like for Sea Gold tokens. And yeah, we can talk a little bit more about that once we kind of have a little bit more information on it, but that is going to be coming up very soon, once we finish off
Sounds good.
More things. Yeah.
That's great. And I just wanted to make sure that, yes, they are still on the table. I know they're down the road a little bit, but the biggest thing, though, is if anybody's curious, the Angel gets rewards from all aspects, from the gold, the diamonds, the silver, all those. The Sea Gold only gets it from the gold. And then there eventually in future times, there will probably like a silver, I'm guessing, and then a diamond NFT. Those will be on those specific categories where Angel is the whole universe. Okay. God, just make sure I know what I'm talking about here.
Oh yeah, you do. You're doing great. Yeah.
Okay, cool. Awesome. Okay, so now what's this over on the side here? We've got a vault, a treasury, and a portfolio. Break those down for me. What you got, Chrome?
Yeah, so that's kind of as I just kind of like mentioned it a little bit a second ago, but the vault is our collateral holder. So this is for our backing and holding for the C tokens. So you can see we're in the section of the vault holdings. So this is current live feed of our multi-sigs as well as smart contracts to show the collateral for Sea Gold. So as you can see, I just got to zoom in a little bit, one sec, but you can see like the amount of PAXG, the amount of USDC, the amount of USDT, and then where those are held. So all of the PAXG, mostly, there's going to be some small bits in the minter, but most of it's going to be in the ETH vault, and most of the collateral is always going to be PAXG. We'd like to keep that as a very high percentage because we want to have everything backed by gold. Though we do now need to have stable backing for our newest mint and redeem feature. And so that's where the Arb Vault and Minter come in. And so that's where we have the Minter is essentially like the float pool and what's holding when you go to mint the C tokens. Your part of your collateral will go into the float pool, and so that'll be for redeeming. And so that is where that's displayed. You can see that 1,300, 1,000 and 1,000 USDC and USDT are both in the kind of split up between the Arb Vault and the Minter right now. You can see that breakdown of the percentages like right down below, so you can see where they're held. And so vaults, just to clarify, are multi-sigs. So ETH Vault is like a multi-sig, Arb Vault is a multi-sig, and the Minter is just a smart contract. So that's where that's the float pool where it goes in and goes out for people minting and redeeming.
Okay, gotcha. And so on the float pool here, now this is where we're over here on the mint and redeem tab, right? This is where it's going to access that float pool.
Yeah, exactly. Okay. So this
cool.
is, yes. And you can see a similar breakdown, just a lot smaller, right in the Sea Gold collateral, kind of on like the right side of the top box, a little bit below 101%. Right, see a little bit of a breakdown there.
Oh,
oh wow.
Okay, so yeah, it's the same thing we saw on the other screen. It says what packs we have going there and all that. Okay.
I think
So
there's a slight differential, but we'll just have to double check.
that's fine.
Make sure
And
the math is all correct. There's there's so much math that goes on into how it grabs the prices from and all the different tokens, puts them into the same. Yeah, so there's a lot of math going on right there in the back end. So it's shout out to our devs for doing that. He said it was a bit of a workaround. So
I'll bet. Yeah. I mean, just when we went through this, and now one of the things I didn't understand, and so I want to draw this in crayon for everybody watching out there. Mint and redeem. Now, this is something that it took me. I heard all the different details about it, but there's one critical piece I didn't understand that just solved the whole puzzle. So, and correct me if I'm wrong here, Chrome Crip. If I say anything that's incorrect, please jump in and correct me. So, we are actually minting Seagold tokens at the current price of gold per gram, not the current price of Seagold tokens.
Correct.
Okay.
It's always based on the market rate. So not like what you're getting off of the liquidity pool, but what actual gold rate is for 1 gram.
Okay, so we're actually minting at whatever basically this says of actual grams of gold, not what RBDex is saying the Seagold token is worth, correct?
Correct.
Okay. And this is, once that clicked, my brain went, oh my God, now I get it. Okay, so this is where it gets really exciting, is the arbitrage trading aspect of this availability. So currently, let's take a look here real quick. So I lost it. I broke it. What the hell? There it is. I'm back.
Yeah, you've got it ready. Yeah, there you go.
Okay, so right now, if I go to the dashboard, so it's saying that the Seagold token is currently selling at $63.37. And an actual physical gram of gold right now is at $62.64. So I'm going to mint Seagold tokens based off the $62.64, but that token is going to have a value as soon as I mint it of $63.37.
Correct.
Is that correct?
I believe so.
Correct?
That kind of confused me a little bit the way that you said it.
Okay.
Go over it again.
Okay, so right now, if I were to go in and buy $62.64, and actually go through the mint and redeem and do that right here, that would give me 1 solid Seagold token.
I believe so, yes. I'd have to 100% check that, so I can't say 100% certain. Just
okay.
off the top of my head.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
But the mint is I'm minting a Seagold token at the current price of physical gold.
Yeah.
And then after I have the Seagold token, it has the value of whatever the Seagold token is on the RBDex.
I believe so, yes.
Okay. Hence, that's where the arbitrage opportunity comes in. So right now, if somebody were to mint a bunch of Seagold, it's going to be almost $1 savings for every token. So every
Just
time
have
you
to
mint
make sure that you take an account for the 2% fee that is on both sides when minting and redeeming. There is a flat 2% fee unless you are an Angel NFT holder and have that staked, which will be coming soon. That fee will be reduced by 50% to 1%. So you'll have a bit of a better arbitrage opportunity. But yes, yeah.
No, and that's good. And so now when you say on both sides, so 2% on both sides when you mint it and when you redeem it, cash it out? Is that what we're talking? Okay. So I haven't actually tried this yet. I'm kind of afraid to because I didn't want to break it. So
I think we were actually gonna potentially send you a little bit, but I'm not sure if we're quite able to right now because Dapp has got a little bit wrapped up and Crip is driving. Yeah, so sadly I'm not sure if we'll. Unless we got,
you don't even have a computer screen to look at, man. You just got a phone to look at. So yeah, I know you're broke. You're like me. Okay, so.
I got a computer, it just sucks for this.
Okay, well, that works.
Yeah.
Fair enough. Okay, so walk me through this, because this is what I really want to know is if I were to go in and I wanted to mint right now, I would go and mint and redeem, and I wanted to use USDT or USDC or USDT. I can utilize both those currencies, right?
Yep, as well as PaxG as well. If you have PaxG on the Arbitrum network, that is usable as well.
Okay, so now this whole Dapp is running on the Arbitrum One network. Is that correct?
Yep.
So here's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna do something really, really stupid here, guys. So me currently, because I like to have fun, I like to learn with you guys. So here's what we got. This is my wallet. Currently, I'm holding 0.933204 Seagold tokens. Okay,
Almost one. So
almost
close.
one sea gold token.
So close.
I am going to sell my sea gold token. I want to find out, and sometimes trial and error is the only way to really answer these questions. Is see it live and in action.
You see,
So
it might
Can't
not
you put
be
like?
profitable.
Can't you like buy one first, not like sell one? That would be cooler.
I don't have any money, man. I wish I did. Hey, Chris, you want to send me over some money, man?
Come on.
I will be happy to
Come
do
on,
whatever
man.
you
Hey,
like.
hey, I want you guys to just check this out. So the first thing I'm gonna do is just sell Seagold. Hey, come on, man. No, I'm
It's
kidding.
all I
I'm
got.
This
kidding.
is funny.
I'm
That's-
kidding. I'm kidding.
I
I'm
know.
You're
kidding.
good.
I
That's
know
so
you got to
funny.
give me shit, and that's what I love about you guys. You like family, and so we can get on here. We'd have a hell of a good time. I know. I really wish I did, and if I was cutting wires, if you see electro hourly rate is $100 an hour, and that's before you start asking questions. This is actually a legit price range of what I charge when I cut wires.
Well, if I see you grow hair and you start looking like Einstein, I'll know you're back into electrical.
Exactly. Well, for the record, I do have a side job first of next week. I just quoted out yesterday.
Nice.
Quick one job, make several $100s real quick. It'd be great. Cutting wires is profitable.
It is. It sure is. Especially those side jobs. That's how you
Yeah.
get some good money right
It's
there.
gold money there.
Yeah.
Okay, so I am sorry, but I did sell my sea gold.
No.
No,
No.
I haven't yet. I'm about to.
Oh, yeah. He has to approve it first.
Yeah.
Aha. We got you.
So you got me all distracted. Guess what? I don't have enough in gas fee to pay for it. Cyril and I just talked about this. You got to have your gas fee, otherwise you're
Oh
screwed.
no.
That's funny. Actually, I do because I have it in another wallet.
Ah,
I'm
there
going to
you
get
go.
creative here. So here's what I want to do. I want to bring this back up. I'm going to let you talk for a second and give us a breakdown, if you would, on this. From as far as, because what is the difference between the PAX G, the USDC, and the USDT? Does the rate change? I mean, how does this affect the protocol if somebody does it one way or another? What are the pros and cons here?
Good question, I guess. Actually, yeah, I haven't really.
It
thought
doesn't.
about it.
PAX. I mean, like I said, it kind of all passes through the float. So,
Yeah.
there's a certain amount. If you go back to the float and you look at the amount of PAX G versus the amount of USDC and the amount. Wait, let me see. Is it showing it there? 50. Trying to see. Yeah, it shouldn't really matter. I mean, like I said, if the float's low right now, just if you try to sell a bunch of it, like a couple $1,000s worth of USDT or USDC, or say you're trying to sell more CGLD or say you're trying to sell more than the PAX G we have in the float, then you're going to get an error. So you have to wait or be smart about it, until then. So it'll thicken up quickly, but it's just launching. So
Right, because technically this hasn't even quote officially launched yet. You guys.
Yeah, we adjusted and loaded the floats, accordingly. We took some of the collateral and put it to the float, so it's still collateral, but it's in the float. You understand what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
yeah, and that's to help, with ease for when we do launch, that there is funds in there. So
Okay. And so it's actually the philosophy that I used to use at work, because I used to argue with people. I used to work in a modular plant factory where we built structures. They would literally bring these new projects online, and we're talking like a 500 box project to build this huge apartment building, and they wanted to go full throttle right out of the gate. And I go back to the whole racetrack analogy. You take a brand new car out on the racetrack, you don't hit it full speed with corner one. No, you go slow. You do a few laps. You go in, you tweak it a little bit, you modify, you go out just more laps, pick up the speed, warm up the tires, and after a little while, then you go full throttle. So this is set up for the trial laps, is essentially where we're at.
Yeah.
Okay. Got it. And so I'm going to do this off screen because I don't want to get yelled at. If I can make this work. Okay. So I'm trying to get some USDC because I really want to see if I can break the system. I mean, see how it works. Yeah, that's what I meant to say.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
That's what I meant.
Yeah.
Now, I'm very much one of those learners. I need to do hands-on. I need to see it and see what the reactions are. Sometimes that's not the best, but as we know in real world versus hypothetical or theoretical, there's often different results. So let's find out what it does.
Yeah, and remember too, like, yeah, because you're going to pay gas fees as well as a 2% fee. So if you're only doing small amounts, then this might not be profitable unless there's very large differential, like price difference in what you're selling versus buying. If there's a very big difference, then yeah, it'll definitely be like profitable. But when it's very tight like this, it is good to test though, just to like see, what's that range, what's that spread. But I think you could calculate it out if you did all the math. But
okay, well, let's see. We have $58.94 now in USDC. So, what do you see? $20? We see what $20 says.
Go for it. It's all up to you, man. We'll try it out.
And anybody in the audience, feel free to throw questions out there, your advice, what you suggest, what you want to know. This is where we're finding out. It's a brand new test drive of a car. I mean, we literally got in, we got to figure out how to start it, where the wipers are, and all the good things. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to take it for a test run. Where
the wipers are.
I've had people, when I was a Subaru mechanic, people come in their car, they're like, I can't figure out how to turn on the wipers. I'm like, your turn signal, you spin the end. Like,
that new technology, yeah.
Right. Well, this is back in mid '90s, so yeah, they weren't the brightest. Okay, so I'm taking. Okay, so we're gonna do $20 worth of USDC, and it says I should receive 0.311 Seagull token. Okay.
Wait, before you do that, how much are you gonna? What's the difference right now from RBDex?
Let's go see.
Right now,
so $20. Let's pull up RBDex and let's see what the numbers would vary. Because this is what we want to run through, guys. This is what we want to see. So we want $20.
Fees, so
it's gonna make me an okay. So 20. It looks like it's gonna give me 0.3151 RBDex, and 0.311. So it's about 0.004 Seagold less through the Mint Redeem than it is through RBDex.
Probably because of the 2% fee.
Okay. And anybody who's good at math, is that actually 2% variation? Cyril, if you're still here, I know you're great at it, but I think you went to watch.
Get the calculator out for me.
Oh man, don't make me do hard math.
Yeah.
Okay. Either way, I want to see it work. So, and that's a pretty small amount. If we go, let's go 0.00. Well, we can do it this way. We can reverse it and say 0.004 is what we said. So let's flip it. 0.004. Talking about 25 cents difference. So 0.25 by 20. 0.0. So it's 1.25% is the variation.
Well, there you go.
Okay.
Yeah. Fee will, I can't figure that out top of my head, but yeah, I'm almost positive it's the 2% fee.
I got a calculator.
Price difference.
Okay, so you receive this after the fee. Now, let me ask you here. It doesn't show a percentage on the fee. Right now, is it just 2%, and that will change once the NFT staking comes available?
I believe it's just a slight little thing right now within the code. We probably just have to get that little tweak fixed. So just a little slight little error there.
Perfect. Okay,
but
so
it should say after 2% fee. Yeah.
Okay, so make a checklist so we can turn this into Doc when he shows up. Say, yeah, we broke it. I don't want to get blamed for it.
Of course.
Okay, so let's go ahead and mint. And it says transaction pending. Enter number, hit the max, and it's selecting my USDC is what I have to give approval for.
Yeah.
That's going to cost us 16 cents of gas for approval. Now, like we talked about in Rags to Riches, always plan your gas fee. So I make sure I send enough Ethereum over here to do multiple transactions, just so I can break things.
Also on Rags to Riches, make sure you don't do an unlimited spending amount. Always only do, what you need to do for what you're trading with. There's no point giving it access to 10,000 USDC of yours if you're only trading like 50 of it or 100 of it or 1,000 of it, right? Yeah.
Good call. See, safety tip. Okay, make sure we cover that on next week's show. Every Friday, 7 p.m. Eastern, we do our rags to riches.
There you go.
Okay. So the actual gas now is going to be 14 cents. So we're going to confirm that. Transaction successful. Copy hashtag. Let's go see what we have. And there we go. Seagold 0.31107. Okay. So the 07's from earlier when I swapped it back and forth.
Yeah.
Now the great thing is I'm just swapping it back and forth, which is I'm helping collective finance out either way. So I mean,
hey, the couple cents in fees. Hey,
that's right, man.
Hell yeah, that's awesome.
Helping the family out. Okay, so now that we've done it one way, we see we receive it. Now for the redeem factor, this is where we're going to go in here on this side. How's this going to work?
Exact same way you minted. Exact same way. You just pick your asset, which token would you like to receive? PAXG, USDC, USDT. Decide there, and then type in your amount and fulfill the transaction. Yeah, it's very simple.
As dumb as this is, there's no way I could ever buy PAXG, but this way I can actually get PAXG, right?
Yep. Now with that PAXG, I'm not quite sure exactly what you'll do with it. There aren't a lot of options on Arbitrum. The most you could really do with it is mint Seagold again. So that's just a little heads up that it's not a liquid like asset on Arbitrum or anything. So
so it's something that, but this might be a good kind of like we talked about a blue chip or a long-term hold.
Yes.
This is one of those that's solid enough. If USDC or USDT become unstable again or something happens.
Yep. 100%. I highly, I'm not an advisor, so this is not financial advice, but I would recommend holding gold. I think it's a pretty strong asset. So PAXG is the equivalent of physical gold. It is exchangeable. I'm not sure if you could bridge it from Arbitrum to Ethereum. I'll have to look into that and see if maybe there's a way. If so, then like technically you would be able to then have like physical gold because it is a redeemable asset. If you just bring it back to Ethereum, do your stuff with Paxos and then redeem it for the physical gold. But I just don't know if there's a bridge capability for that yet. So
okay, so now let me ask you something. I'm going to play the devil's advocate here, Chrome, and I know Cryptom's going to yell at me for this one, but I'll do it anyway. Hypothetically, let's say that I started collecting PAXG tokens here on Arbitrum 1, and God forbid, you guys were on a bus ride, something happened, you got in a crash, everybody died, collective finance just went off the map, but we're still holding PAXG. Now that is still backed by the actual PAXG on the Ethereum blockchain. So even if something went horribly drastically wrong in collective and we couldn't go back to Seagold, holding that PAXG is still backed by the physical gold in the actual safes, right? Or does it have to go through the collective finance ecosystem to get back?
So in your scenario, it would maybe be a little bit devastating if every single one of us happened.
Well, yeah, it's going to be tragic, man. I'm not hoping for it, believe me.
If that did happen, that would be quite tragic.
Yeah.
That's a tough one. That would be... yeah, unless we could communicate in the afterlife, I'm not quite sure what we'd be able to do to rectify the situation, honestly.
Right.
So, yeah.
But what I'm saying is
that would be hard.
Okay, but either way, no matter what Seagold token does or not, PAXG is still physical backed. So I mean, it's like the most solid, stable, sort of holding the physical gold in your hand. Which I essentially,
in a sense, you can definitely consider that you're holding the PAXG that you have, in a sense, physical gold. It is 100% redeemable for that actual gold, so you can acquire. It may take some process and some time, but it is a thing. So
okay, and so for me personally, and this is not financial advice, guys. I don't know. I'm not an advisor. I'm an electrician turned crypto enthusiast.
Exactly. See, it means serenity. Yeah. We're just electricians. We're just
exactly, and. Ask yourself this, guys, straight up. Any moron who would take a job playing with wires that will kill you, no warning, no sound, no fire, no smoke, you're just freaking dead. That's what I used to tell my guys on my crew. We are the dumbest people on the planet, so don't listen to us, man. We don't know what we're doing here.
I mean, you got to be pretty smart, though, to be working with them, to know the safety know what they are. So
You do.
it's
And you got to be
it's
pretty
a balance.
Yeah. You have to have a level of insanity and a level of intelligence that are pretty high on both sides to be an electrician. You really do. Okay, so here's my theories. And I don't know if it's right or wrong. But if I took a certain percentage and I held it in PAX G, and then that's kind of like my long-term savings account. And then I have my midterm savings account in Siegel. And then I have my quick flip savings account in USDT, USDC. So I'm actually doing a risk management on different levels, depending on how long I plan on holding. Does that seem reasonable?
Yeah. Oh yeah, 100%. Definitely.
Okay.
I think that's definitely why we gave it as an option. If people want PAX G, you can have PAX G. If you want USDC, you can have USDC. USDT is similar, and if you want all three, you can have all three. There's the option. Yeah.
And Crip hasn't chimed in yet. I'm kind of worried. Yeah, you still okay down there, Crip?
I'm here. I'm with my daughter in a store, so I'm listening in. I'm just waiting for our order.
Okay. No,
Sorry.
No, you're good, buddy. I figured you'd chime in there and just give me a ration shit on that whole rabbit hole we went down.
Yeah. He's got the family.
I'll chime in here as soon as I get finished up.
You're good, brother. That's when he's really going to lay it on us. We're going to do it's like, what are you morons doing? Like, I don't know. Okay.
That would be fun. Yeah.
Yeah, it would. Okay, so, wow, where the hell was I? I got lost on that. Okay, so we already minted our Siegel.
Yep. You already
Now, I'm going to try the long-term hold because I've never had PAX G. And I just want to say that, hey, guess what? I have PAX G. And that way, you know what? It's not as easy to sell as just jumping to an RBDEX. And it's something that has to go through the ecosystem. And so I'm going to consider this like my long-term, no-touchy hold. It's kind of like giving money to your mom or something. Here, don't let me have this back. It's like that level of security there. Okay. So we're going to do it. So we're going to redeem our max amount, which is 0.3110760.
Oh yeah, I couldn't see it because my phone's so small. But yeah, there's that little max button.
Yeah, right over here on the right. And of course, there are the arrows here where I can go up or down, and it does it by full PAX Gs, which I wish I had a full PAX G one day.
Yeah, I wonder if we can get that. We'll see. I'll see if I can add that to a list. But anyway, continue.
Anyway, okay. So after the taxes, I will receive point. Let's see, point 0.
So what you might
that doesn't look right.
Yeah. So because it's PAX G, what you're getting is a $2,000 token. Remember.
Okay, so this is where you're not going to have that direct correlation. Keep in mind that Siegel's is based off grams. PAX G is based off
of ounces. Troy ounces, Troy grams. Yes, exactly. So we may want to see if we can increase. That's another thing I want to add to this. Just increasing decimals. Yeah. See if we can get a little bit of a more decimal point for people like you for the for the
special ed. Okay.
Yeah. Exactly. Sure.
Call it like I see it. Yeah, I'm not the brightest. Nobody takes $20 worth of coin and turn it into a PAX G for $1,000 coin. I mean, it's like buying a sliver of Bitcoin.
Exactly what you just said. That's why we created Siegel. That's one of the reasons right there. I mean, a lot of people don't want to go buy something like PAX G. It's like, oh, I have nothing of it. I mean, it's just kind of like a psychological thing as well, but it seems easier to hold less, like a lesser amount than like a higher amount. Like with Bitcoin, it's like, oh, I have 0.00001, like,
right. They're like, well, what's that worth? That's about $3,000. Oh, it doesn't sound like it. It sounds really pathetic.
Yeah, exactly. So,
okay, so we're gonna try this. We're just gonna see what happens. So we're gonna redeem. Transaction pending. It's probably gonna make me approve. Yeah. Yes, we're gonna do our whole 0.31111.
Yeah, there you go.
You're laughing at me again. I can tell. Gas fees 14 cents. Okay, I love Arbitrum 1 for that. And let's see, gas estimated 12 cents. So it's going to be 26 cents total for this approval and transaction. Okay.
Actually, I don't know if you know this as well, but sometimes they're actually cheaper than what it shows you on MetaMask. If you look in the actual Explorer, like the Blockchain Explorer, RBScan, if you look at your wallet address, there's a little eye icon next to the transactions. You click on that, you can see the exact amount that you paid in gas fees.
Oh, okay.
So to see the little, all the way on the left.
Oh, left. Got it. Okay.
So to closer to the middle bottom, you'll see transaction fee, the exact amount of ETH, and the exact cents, pennies amount. Right
there. You go, transaction. 12 cents. Okay, gotcha. Whoa. Yeah, it was 12 cents. Okay.
So sometimes there'll be a difference. Like sometimes it's not actually what it says it is. So that's something to keep in mind. Sometimes you're actually getting it for cheaper.
Okay. Got it.
Not all the time, but sometimes.
It was asking for something and okay, confirmed. It was asking for confirmation. I didn't give it to it.
Yeah, no worries.
Okay. Now.
Here, you keep going. Just give me 1 sec.
Yeah, you're good. Okay, so it says, let's see what we have here. Oh, I'm getting a cool echo. Oh, Crip's back.
Crip
Yeah, I'm
accidentally.
back.
Oh.
Cool.
I'm watching.
Okay, so yes, I do have my PAX G coin now. There we go. I have, after that transaction, it was saying 0.01, so it rounded. It's actually 0.009801 in PAX G.
Yeah,
Okay, so
decimals.
worked all the way around the circle.
Now you hold PAX G. Yeah, I mean, you could check right now if you went on maybe Dex Screener and looked up the Arbitrum pair, or I guess you could just look up like the regular pricing for what. So if you go to Dex Screener and look up PAX G.
Okay, I was gonna say, do you have the PAX G token contract address for PAX G?
Yeah, just look up PAX G in the search bar. It'll be the first one paired with Ethereum or stable.
Access wrapped ETH, access gold.
Yeah, there you go. Scroll down on the right side. There's a calculator.
Looky.
You can type in, copy paste the exact amount, and see the US dollar value.
Okay, and I need to add that contract to my MetaMask. Oh, because it's not there. Okay, let's do that. Okay, so actually, let's copy that. And if you don't know how to add a custom token, guys, basically it's really easy. You go in here, go to the bottom. So first of all, over here on the side, see where it says PAX G? Right there's your token contract address. Click the little double paper there, copy.
And you can
MetaMask.
see it got copied to your clipboard, so you just need to paste it.
And then Control-V.
By the way, just FYI, Serenity, your MetaMask has not been showing up.
Oh, hasn't it? Okay. Oh, because I did just the screen. I tried to fix that so I wasn't showing the address bar. Okay. Well, that's stupid.
Yeah, that's just a little small thing.
Let me fix that.
You'll do a little correction. You're good. You're good.
Yeah, it's easy.
I think people understand like what they're doing in MetaMask. At least by now, like watching the video and from past videos, probably understand like
there we go. Okay.
How to do the transactions at least. So, but this is good information.
Okay, so now this is really interesting because this is why I want to show you this.
Because you're not on the right network. So this is PAX G on Ethereum.
Okay.
But what you want is PAX G on Arbitrum.
See, you said pick the first one.
I was just thinking about the calculator. Yeah, so I'm not sure if it will even display on Dex Screener because if there's no volume, then it doesn't report the pair.
Right. Do you have the contract address listed on Discord or in the white paper somewhere?
Oh, that's a tough one. Off the top of my head, I actually can't remember. We do have it somewhere. I just can't remember where off the top of my head. But that is something I'll add to my notes to grab and add, because that will be useful for people if they do want to add PAX G and see it within their wallet and everything. You can see it on chain, like on the Explorer. Like if you go to RBScan, you can see all like your holdings and everything.
Yeah,
we just need to add a function on there that shows you know, that you can hook up to your wallet.
Right.
You see what I'm saying?
We just need to add
it'll just have the little it's an icon our front end dev can put in. It's really simple. Jacob, we can put that in. I actually made a note of that already. So yeah.
And that's why I wanted to go through this and really test drive it, because that's where we're going to find these little quirks that I think is going to make the user experience so much better.
Yeah, I definitely made a note about, you know, adding that token to your wallet, because that should be on there anyways.
Yeah.
Right.
Because
And
as we just figured out, it's not the easiest to add. So it's not the easiest to find or add. So there we go.
Right, and I think that's good with any pair, just like this. If it shows this, having a little fox head next to it is like click here, immediately auto-populates into MetaMask. Done.
Yeah, we'll probably want to do that for just all of the tokens: C Gold, PAXG, USDC, USDT, just in case. So give them a little
Exactly.
Yep, give them the run through the garden.
option. I like that. I like that saying. Yeah.
I like that. Run through the garden. That's good. Okay, so what we need to do is go find the contract address. So since we redeemed here, you should be able to find it on Blockchain Explorer. This is not my forte here.
So what are you trying to do?
PAXG contract address.
Oh, okay, yeah. So click on the Paxos Gold on the right.
Okay.
That's C Gold. You clicked on C Gold.
Oh, see? That's why we can't have nice things.
Paxos Gold. Click on that. There you go. Now you can click on the copy address. That will be it.
There we go. Okay. I knew there was a way to do it. I don't play there enough. Let's see if this works. Oh, like PAXG.
There you go.
Token.
Yeah, it won't have the. Sometimes it won't have the token logo doing it that way. So we'll see if we can get the button added and see if it has the token logo. Oh, but it actually might not even because it's not reported on the Blockchain Explorer. So.
Okay.
Yeah, because it's. I think I might be totally wrong on this, but I believe that you have to have the information updated on the Explorer itself. You can actually like add the token logo and all that fun stuff. I think I'm not a genius here. I'm no blockchain explorer expert, but I believe that's a guess. Yeah, it's a guess from my side. So
427, and the numbers all match up, and that's one thing I like to look at is make sure everything's matching, everything's jiving, and that's what we want to do is take this for a test spin, see what we can break, see what works, see what doesn't work.
If something isn't matching, that would be pretty bad because it should just be reporting from your wallet itself. So I would say if something would definitely be going awry on that part. Yeah.
Well, a brand new site, it's good to dry run it. So
yeah,
always fun. Okay, so now we figured out that we lost 1.5%. Okay, on the mint redeem, right?
Roughly.
Okay.
2%.
Now comes the fun part.
You lost 2% from the fee.
Right. 2%
but there was
fee.
because there's only a difference of the RBDEX pair by 1.5% because of the price.
Okay, that's what it was.
Yeah.
So if we so here's where this is really going to come into play. So if we're looking here, no, that's PAXG. What did I do with the other chart? Nope, Bible. Okay, and we go to the top here, and it gives me a gram. So it says right now the gram is at 62.64, which is pretty much what it should be showing over here on the dashboard. Okay, so hypothetically, if somebody was going to take, say, $1,000 and there was a big enough branch, what size of difference would we have to have in these prices from C Gold to gold of 1 gram to cover the 2% to make it worthwhile?
Well, probably 2%.
2% variation?
I would say 2%. Well, I would say plus 2%.
Plus 2%. Okay, so we would have to go 62.64 times 1.02, which means it would have to be at least $63.89.2. So we'll say $63.90 to make it worthwhile to make this an arbitrage trade.
And this is where if you have an angel NFT, you can decrease that by half. So you'd only think 1% instead of 2%.
Okay, so we got 63.90. That's without an angel NFT. Now, if it had an angel NFT, okay, so
going back to the drawing board.
Well, we got to redo the math now. If we had an angel NFT, and guys, anybody watching, I don't know if anybody is or not. We're just having a ball on our own. I'm sure people will be watching the recording. If I screwed up the math here, let me know, and I'm sorry. So I'm gonna take my 62.64 times.
Math is hard, so.
Important thing to note too, you guys, is like even if you do have an angel NFT, you still have to stake it in the staking contract to be able to receive rewards and also get the reduction on mint redeem.
Okay, good to know. So you have to stake your angel NFT to get that.
That's correct, because it's not going to be That's just the way it works, you know. It just you have to have a staking contract for those functions.
Okay. So now let me ask you on that aspect. I know in the past there were things that were mentioned about rental process, things like that. Is that anything you guys are looking at as far as?
We're not, we're not going to get into that right now because
Okay.
that's on the roadmap. But right
Okay.
now we're gonna, that's all. It's all going to get built within the DApp. So, as far as what we're doing right now, we're focusing strictly on being able to get the staking contract live. So everybody that is an angel, and then when we do sell out our CGLD NFTs, that'll be the same type deal. So.
Okay. So much further in the future. Got it. That's all I need to know. Awesome.
I wouldn't say much further. I would say, we're talking within 6 months because DeFi moves very fast. So,
Right.
I think that's safe to say.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah.
Perfect. Thank you, Crep. See, Crep's awake. He's got all the good information. He knows.
Well,
Okay.
it's just, we're going over a roadmap right now, and I'm literally in the process of trying to write out put everything together that we've just discussed over 3 years, and so we need to make sure that it's all laid out and streamlined. Things do change and things do adapt, but usually it's for the better.
Gotcha. Okay. And yeah, I would have to agree. And change is important. I mean, if we just stay stagnant or we stay locked in a path, a lot of times that path, we don't know where it's going to go. It could fall off a cliff.
You said that so well, because there's been so many things where like projects have like kind of wrecked themselves a little bit because they're like, oh, we have to fulfill this roadmap point, but it's just like useless or isn't effective anymore because there's a new trend, or like there's so many different points on that. So like, yeah, it's better to just move with what's good and figure out what's going to work best. And if you hit road bumps, then you just gotta adapt.
Absolutely. And we lost Crip. Sorry, Crip. Hop back in whenever you come back. And I'm a big fan of the Wheel of Time series. And one of the sayings in there is, a battle plan is only as good as the first arrow leaves the bow. After that, the whole battle plan goes to hell. You've got to rewrite it. You've got to be able to adapt and change as the world changes around you.
Yeah. I mean, just like with our launch, we were going to launch on BSC/BNB. We're like, yeah, this will be a great spot to start, and turns out that was not the case. Turns out that was not the case whatsoever. So You just got to learn, adapt, and go with that. And like we've done well with that. So
right. Okay. And so let's get back to this arbitrage, because this is one of the parts I've been really excited to dive through. But we had to get through all the other stuff first. Okay. So we know right now, if we were trying to arbitrage through the mint and redeem to pick up Seagold at a better rate than we could on RBDex or something like that, without an angel, just straight up 2% fee, the price would have to be over here at 63.90 or higher to make this worthwhile if Seagold's at this, or if gold is at this price. Now, with an angel NFT, and it was staked, like Chrome just told us about, the price would have to be $63.27 to make it break even. So 63.27 or more over here. So we are actually
1 cent. Yeah.
We're 1 penny above the break even mark.
Yeah.
So even with the 2%, we're still making 1 penny per Seagold profit. Now, for a lot of us who's just doing 1 gold, hi, X Taylor, good to have you, brother. So right now we're actually just above that arbitrage opportunity. So if somebody was doing, hundreds of thousands of dollars, once we get up and running full speed, this could be worth it just by having an angel NFT. And there's no big dips. There's no big things going on right now. But as Cyril talked about earlier, he made like $60-$80 on one single arbitrage because the price of gold dipped a little bit. He bought it and it's like, whoop, and right back up a bunch. Okay, golden.
Yeah, it's sometimes quick and easy, just in and out. You're like right in, and then you just sit there, wait, oh, there we go, and then you're just right back out. And it's a lot of it will be like that. If there's big dips, it's just going to be about kind of catching that. I think some people might try to set up bots, and some might work, some might not. We'll see what happens. I mean, it's all pretty much fair game. It just depends on the platform that it's on. Some platforms are bot preventative, some aren't. So we'll see kind of how it runs. But pretty much any transaction that goes through all this stuff is beneficial for the project itself, and it increases the collateral. So everything's good. If there's more people that trade, the more bots that go, it's going to be good. So I mean, yeah.
Okay, so what I want to do is I want to put these up here in a couple different things.
Ooh, look at him go. He's getting
So
ready.
we're going to have some fun here, guys. I'm going to mess some things up. So what I'm going to do is...
I'm going to mess some things up, he says. Oh, yeah.
There's a meme out there, and it shows this little kid walking away from the back, and... God, what's it say? It says something down the bottom. It's like, I'm going to go fuck shit up. You coming?
Yeah.
Like, yep, that's me.
That's
totally me. If I could get that... I hate Windows 11. It pisses me off some days.
Oh,
Come on, right there in the third. That's what I want. Okay. Hold still. Nobody breathe. I'm trying to break it.
yeah, we're getting there. Tactical
keeps-
difficulties, 2 seconds.
Well, he keeps trying to pump it into... Is there a way to drop that stupid little box? You know what, I'll just paste it right there. Fuck it. Okay.
There you go.
So, hypothetically, here's what I'm looking at. Okay, connect wallet. Okay, there I'm connected. Oh god, I broke it.
No, you're good.
Okay,
It's just refreshing. Yeah, you're good.
Tell it to stop. It's messing me up. Okay, so now here's where it's going to get really, really interesting. Of course, at the moment, hi Camel, not doing giveaways as of yet. We don't even know if we are. That's going to be up to Chrome and Cribzom and Doc if he ever shows or doesn't show. Either way, we're going to have some fun. But I'm sure we're going to do something at some point in time because I'm just breaking things over here.
Yeah, Doc is going to feel bad, and he's like, we're going to do one next time. So, that,
Right, yeah.
It'll
You said that
definitely-
last time.
It's hard to say. Sometimes life pops up. He's always got stuff going on, kids, family, all this.
Oh,
all this
absolutely.
stuff.
And he's a doctor. I mean, come on, he's on call. Okay, so if you guys are looking for some crazy arbitrage opportunity, this one I got really excited about this. So we know the mint and redeem is
Yeah,
based off...
You're going to want to head to the mint and redeem page on the dashboard, potentially.
Oh, man. Can I do that from here? Yes, okay.
Yes, yeah. It's adaptable. It's actually, luckily our dev is good. So you brought it back to the dashboard.
Damn it. Why did I do
Yeah,
that?
so when it's on like super small thing, it doesn't close in certain aspect ratios or something. I don't know.
Right.
It's really weird.
It is a little different. Okay. So, actually, no, I want the dashboard for a quick second. I've got an idea in my
I'm
head.
so sorry I messed you up.
You're okay. Okay, so, because I want to cross-check this. So, right here is off gold price, is telling me the price of gold per gram currently on real life marketing. We cross-check that to collective finance on their Dapp. Prices match exactly. So this price here is proven to be showing the actual physical price of gold right now per troy gram. Very important to understand. Troy gram. So that way you can watch this and know that you're really looking at the real market. Okay, so we have confirmed that detail.
Yes. So I just spewed. It may not update in real time. You may actually have to like refresh the page for it to update the prices. Have to double check that, but we'll have to see. Ooh,
so
your bonks.
Yeah, Bunk, good man. Snagged a 10% dip one time in Sea Gold. Got lucky. Absolutely. And that's what we're going to talk about, some strategy here real quick. But the first thing I want to do is I want to verify my facts. As Mr. Yabonks, my mentor, my brother-in-arms, has taught me, we verify facts. We don't just assume. We've got to dig. We've got to confirm. We've got to hammer to make sure it's real. And so that's why I want to do this a side-by-side comparison. So if we know the physical price of 1 troy gram of gold, and signs are very good. Absolutely. And so, yeah, we're going to check it out. Is correct here. So this matches that. Now we go to our Sea Gold price. That should match our price over here. And so if we go with 1 Sea Gold. There we go.
So it may not be exactly...
No. But in a way, that's a good thing, too, because this is going to change because, like we talked earlier, Crescent Swap is going to have Sea Gold here in the next couple days, right?
Do a refresh, and yes, you are correct. Do a refresh on the collective page. I want to see if it maybe updates.
Nope, 6328.
Yeah, it's probably just the place that it's grabbing. They're probably reporting from different places, like super slightly, so the differential is just like tiny bit. But that's what happens with a lot of reporting services, is that it's not always 100% accurate to like the last decimal. But anyway,
right, exactly. Okay, so here's the concept. Okay, so if we know that's the physical price of gold, we're good there. We can pretty much close that down for the moment. So we can split this into a double screen. Okay. And if we had another trading platform, we would have all three up because that's where it gets really wild.
Yeah, that's where it gets good.
So what we're going to be able to do is we're going to be able to mint and redeem, knowing from this price here for physical troy ounce of gold to the sea gold. And as we know, if you have a angel NFT right now, you're making a penny profit per sea gold token if you went through the redeem function. But then we can take this price, cross-reference it over here as far as what it's worth. So what we're watching and waiting for is the sea gold on one to go down and the sea gold on the other to go up, or vice versa. Okay. And so this is where the arbitrage opportunity is going to get exciting, because as you see these prices vary from here to here, we could actually buy the sea gold over on this side. Now, accounting if you have an angel NFT, keep that part in mind, guys. And you could redeem it back over here. You would actually make that 1 penny profit, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yep, pretty much. Yeah, exactly that. As long as it would only work basically the one time, because then the price would move after that. But yeah, if you're quick enough, then yes, 100%.
But then what's going to happen, and it hasn't happened yet, is then we're going to have the other decks. Oh man, I done did broken now, so I can't have nice things. I'll just throw it over there for now. We're going to have the other decks, which is Crescent Swap, which will also eventually have the sea gold token here, hopefully here pretty quick. We're hoping by the end of the weekend, right?
Yeah, I'd say probably like maybe beginning of next week.
Yeah, week or so maybe. Depends on how it goes, guys. So don't be screaming. Don't say, well, Serenity said so. No. I'm hoping. We were kind of hoping by today. But, you know, it didn't happen. That's okay.
Yeah.
No worries.
Delays happen. Nothing ever goes 100% right. We'd all like to have this, and that, but it doesn't work that way, right?
Yeah, I want to own an island, and that hadn't happened either. I want to have hair, too. Yeah. That definitely hasn't happened.
Tough. See, you can't always have what you want.
Don't always get what you want, but you get what you need. Yeah. So I don't sing, and I lost the other damn screen. There it is. Okay. So essentially, what we would be looking at here, guys, is I had it and I broke it. There we go. Oh, I screwed this screen up. There we go.
You got it. You're figuring it out.
There we go. Okay.
Yeah.
So what is going to happen here eventually is we're going to have two different dexes hosting the sea gold token. We're going to have the one-stop shop holding sea gold token with the physical gold. So we're essentially going to have a four-way arbitrage opportunity, okay? Because you've got from dex to dex. If there's a price variation there, that's a straight across swap. And just grab it. And so staying on top of that, you can go from dex to dex and arbitrage.
And that one's really quick and easy, too, because you literally just buy it on one exchange, one dex, and then you go connect your wallet to the other one that has the higher price point. You sell it. That's it. It's just two simple transactions. Done.
Right. After your very first approval on both dexes, you're done.
Yep,
I mean, it's just buy, it's in your wallet, and sell out of your wallet. I mean, it's like beam me up, Scotty. This shit's done. There we go. Zom's back. Okay. You back, Crip? No, you're good, buddy.
My phone died.
You're okay. Actually, I'm going to duck out for 2 seconds to use the restroom, and so, Crip, you can give us your thoughts. I will be right back, buddy. I'm sorry.
What'd you say? Give my thoughts?
Yeah, give us your thoughts, yeah. You're coming back.
I don't know what I'm hopping into here.
We're just covering the mint and redeem. We're just about to jump into basically kind of different arbitrage opportunities and how you can take advantage of those and how to identify them and the different ways to go about. So that's where we're at.
Perfect.
Yeah, perfect. So far so good.
Has he got music playing?
No. Maybe I just can't hear it actually. Maybe. Oh yeah, you know what he does. I just couldn't hear it.
Just wait till he gets back here and continue on. I'm not sure how much longer I'm going to be able to stay in here, guys. I'm kind of on the go here, so.
Yeah, no worries.
What else have we got left to cover here, Chrome? Because I'm getting ready to have to get off.
Oh, you're good. You can jump because it's gonna be. We're gonna cover some of the arbitrage stuff and maybe a couple more pieces after that. But me and Serenity basically covered a lot of this one-on-one just the other day, so we're pretty much good to go. Yeah.
Awesome. Well, I'll wait till he's popped in and gets going. I'm going to run in here real quick and I'll kind of stick on and then, he's back. Perfect timing. It's all right. I was going to say, I got to run in here somewhere. So I'm going to have to probably put you guys on mute for a while. I'm sorry. I don't mean to not be here, but trying to be here and in and out. I just got a lot of stuff going. So.
No, you're good, brother. And I figure if there's anything really bad, you'll jump in and say, man, you guys are idiots. What are you doing? So
No, we're
you
good.
do you, brother.
All right.
Okay. Cool. So back to our science experiment. And guys, this is what I really want everybody to see. And I want you to really start to picture this and imagine it. FN, welcome. Will there be an event with hashtags in the broadcast, my friend? There is very possibility. I can't guarantee what or when, and that's some of the fun of this, is we're learning, we're growing, we're expanding, and yes, there's a high probability, I can almost guarantee, even if I do my own giveaway, that there will be a giveaway of some sort. When? I'm not going to tell you because then people just show up for that. We're here to learn about what's coming down the pipe, and there's some exciting stuff here, and that's what we're doing right now is we're running through the concepts, the math, the understanding, because this is where strategic investing comes from, is understanding. It's not just aping in, it's learning about how it works, learning about these opportunities, because once you know that, man, you can make some amazing trades, just like Bonk said earlier, a 10% dip and he snags some seagull. That's what I'm talking about right there. But you have to have the understanding to do this kind of stuff.
Yeah, sometimes money can be free, but only if you know how to get it. Like, you got to know how to take advantage of these opportunities. Otherwise, arbitrage and all this stuff is, there's lots of ways you can make quick, easy money, but it's not all the time, and you just got to understand how it works and how it all functions and the different ways you can go about it. I liked what we were just talking about before, kind of going through the 4 different ways. That was
right. And that's what I want to get back to here. And sorry, I had to go to the bathroom. It's like, all right, Crip's here. No, good. I got a minute.
All good. That happens. Definitely. No worries about that.
So let's go back to the start of this journey, because we already confirmed that right here where it says gold 1 gram, that is to the physical troy gram of gold. And we checked that with the market. So we know that's accurate, guys. We know that's a fact. It's solid. We're gold. Now what we go is the Seagold token, which is the digital version of that troy ounce. So the first arbitrage opportunity, we did the math here from the 62.64 to the 63.28. As we found out, if you do not have an Angel NFT, then this price for Seagold has to be 63.90 for the break-even mark, okay? Because the 2% tax, okay? So that has to be at least 63.90 if your gold is 62.64.
Yeah, the big disclaimer: if gold is at this exact price, this is just for this exact scenario.
Right. This is at this point in time, and as time changes, we're going to see that Seagold. Now, if this stays the same and this drops down to like $60, oh hell yeah! I mean, that's a huge jump.
Yep.
So you have to do the math of your 2% from here to here. Okay? That's your first arbitrage opportunity. Once Angel staking is available, and you stake an Angel. Oh, he went away. Okay.
No, keep going. You're good. I'm here.
Okay, cool. So if you have an Angel and it's staked, now it's 1% tax. So that means the difference from here to here, if your gold is at 62.64, you need a 1% increase on the other side, one way or another, to make it break out. So that would mean this would have to be at 63.27 or higher to be profitable to do a mint of the Seagold token. Okay, so this is just the minting the Seagold token. Now, if this one spikes way the hell up, then you can redeem. You want to redeem it. Because, it goes down, you want to redeem. Sorry. If the physical gold drops, you want to redeem Seagold back to it because you're going to get more.
If physical gold price goes up, then you want to redeem because that's where you're making the profit.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah. So if the Seagold price is less than the actual gram of gold price, you can buy and then redeem, and that's an arbitrage right there. So you buy buy off the actual LP pair and then go to redeem after, because there's a price discrepancy from the buying price being lower, redeeming price being higher. So that's that's another arbitrage right there.
Right. And so your first arbitrage is right here, and on your mint redeem side. That's your step one. Step two is take your RBDEX. Now, your C gold price, as we see here, is different here than it is over here. So that is a possible arbitrage here if you were to buy it on one DEX and redeem it, or mint it here and redeem it over here, or sell it over here. So if I mint it here at a discount and then sold it over here because their DEX has a higher price, there's an arbitrage opportunity. So that's arbitrage number two. Okay, it's two-way opportunity. Then we know that Crescent Swap is going to be listing the C gold token very shortly, hopefully in the next week, give or take, depending on the system. It is on the plans. It is in works. It is going to happen. That's a guarantee. Might be tomorrow, might be next week, might be two. We don't know. Okay? But it is going to be. That's a fact. Is that correct, Carl?
Wait, say that again.
Crescent Swap will absolutely guaranteed have C gold token listed.
Oh yes, yep.
Okay.
100% yes.
That's the guarantee. Okay.
I don't know how I missed that, but yes.
I don't know, man.
Just like
Raven.
flew
Absolutely.
over my head those two words. I don't know why, but yeah.
I'll draw it in crayon for you. I don't have any crayons. I think I ate them all. I got hungry. So that's what us special kids do. We eat crayons. Okay, so we know for a fact Crescent Swap will absolutely have C gold token. Now that means there's another arbitrage opportunity, Crescent Swap over to the collective finance Dapp.
Correct.
So we've got one arbitrage here. We've got one going to Crescent or to RBDEX.
RBDEX, yeah.
We've got one going to Crescent Swap. That's three arbitrage opportunities.
Yeah.
Now they're the fourth. Once Crescent Swap has their listed, now you have the arbitrage from Crescent Swap to RBDEX. You actually have four arbitrage opportunities running at the same time where you could set the screen up and literally just swap back and forth as the price is fluctuating, as things are going, making money. That's pretty cool stuff.
That's the dream, hopefully as things continue to grow and expand, it'll be constantly moving up and down. People will be doing their own arbitraging and everything. That's, very similar to how a lot of stable coins work and how, Terra worked for quite a while, but they had a lot of other jargon behind it. But so
we don't even want to be associated with those guys.
It doesn't exactly. It doesn't exactly, because our token is fully backed and over collateralized, like 100%, and it's just the one token. So, but yes.
So yeah, and this is where I got super excited, guys, and this is why I wanted to bring the team on here, and I wanted to start going through this, because if you don't understand how arbitrage works, and it sounds like some of you really do, Raven says he loves arbitrage. Thanks, Raven. Good to have you here, buddy.
I love arbitrage. Full
Absolutely.
Caps. Hell yeah, that's awesome.
If you don't get it, guys, it's free money. Literally, you're taking money you have, switch it, and you make more money. You switch it back, and you make more money. That's all you're doing. How do you not love that?
It's actually like one of the oldest concepts, for, think back in even bartering times. You're trading something of lesser value for higher value, and you're just continuing to do that and upgrading your stuff. So yeah, the arbitrage, it's been around for quite some time. You just got to understand the core concepts and get it, and it's kind of a breeze after that.
Right. And the great thing is, if you can sit here and look at all three, and you can see the physical price of gold, so you know if that market's changing. You don't have 6 monitors going. Watching that, you've already got your calculations set up where you say, oh, well, I just have to hit this. Okay, that's fine. And so as soon as you get a dip in that market price, great, grab it. Or it spikes up, okay, redeem it. And it's a really quick, simple process, and you're dealing with one wallet in 3 sites. And just like I've got set here on my screen, if we had C gold listed, I've got Pax G listed
on
Crescent Swap.
Huh.
Check that shit out.
Look at that. I'm not sure if there's a pair. I think they might have just imported another Dex's pairing list. I'm pretty sure you can do that. You can just take the pairing list and kind of fork that essentially, and just have similar pairings. So
okay.
Yeah.
It might have pulled out of my wallet. It might have said, hey, your wallet has this.
So patchy USDC, insufficient liquidity. Try Ethereum maybe. I'm gonna say there's no chance that it.
Right. The pair's not built yet.
Yeah,
I actually had this happen when before they launched it, because they put out the whatever the hell it's called,
Artemis,
Artemis, and the other one.
Moonlight.
Yes, Moonlight. They had those loaded, but no liquidity pair, so you couldn't actually buy them because they didn't have it built. But it let us
have liquidity.
Right, exactly. So, but this shows us exactly how this is going to work. And so, literally, the fact that you're taking a gold-backed commodity, you can mint it with the price of physical gold. So if for some reason the world market goes stupid and physical gold drops or spikes drastically, the Seagold token is going to lag that movement. That is a huge opportunity with this new dashboard and with this new process that you can mint and redeem Seagold based off the price of physical gold at the moment. So it's really a cool concept if people are paying attention to how this works and understands what opportunity this brings to this entire ecosystem.
Yeah. No, that was great. I think now we can talk a little bit about, I guess, some other reasons why you would want to use mint and redeem and how it works in that sense. So
yes,
another big prominent reason for why this was released is so that larger players, so I guess, you know, people with, I would say, like 5,000-10,000, more than that, like anywhere upwards of that, more, like if they want to go and buy that whole amount right now off of the current liquidity pair that's on RBDex, you're going to get a couple percentage of a price impact. So you're going to be losing out a little bit. So it's not optimal, right? You don't want to be losing money on a trade. So that's why mint and redeem can be very effective for the larger players that want to enter. So, you know, let's say you got like $10,000, you want to buy some gold and just either hold it or create the liquidity, stake it, and earn the yield. Well, it's a little bit difficult because right now you would have to essentially do a lot of small buy transactions of like 500 to 1,000 over, you know, 5 to 10 times, right? So that's where this comes in handy because you can do full batches and full amounts and any amounts for minting. So you could, you know, if you wanted $1 million of Seagold, go right ahead. You could mint that much right now on the Dapp. It's all set up and everything like that. So once that's like officially released, it can be totally doable. And that just allows, pretty much anybody that wants to come and try out Seagold to mint at whatever amount you want. And that collateral is going to go into the float pool. And so like if you want to exit at some point, it's going to be there unless some extreme uncertain event happened where everybody ever decided to redeem, but I don't think that would happen. So yeah, it's kind of set up in that sense for the larger players who want to come in and then want to test out the waters, try some Seagold, get some exposure, create some liquidity. This really helps those to do that. Because before, we've had people reaching out for OTC deals, but they're just not that doable. It's hard with the collateralization and everything. Like we have to figure out like a certain fee that we charge people, and so this is just how we pretty much solve that whole issue. So essentially like a built-in OTC, you can go in and mint, which creates new C tokens, and then redeem, which will burn those C tokens. Yeah, it's a nice simple process like that. And we could even, I don't know, starting if you have it, we could probably like show that a little bit, the discrepancy between minting versus buying off the LP pair, and see directly that certain amounts might be more profitable than the others.
Yeah, let's check that out. I was just in the middle of trying to move something around, so okay.
Yeah, no worries. I got time. I got.
So what else I break? Nothing but time.
I got like 20 more minutes or so till my stomach is going to be killing me for some food. So.
You're fine. You're young. No, I have the same problem. I'm hungry too. Okay, so I'm on Crescent. What did I just do there? I probably broke something.
Probably broke something.
Sorry, guys. I'm trying to get my screen set up here so it looks right. Okay, there we go. Okay, so let's bring this back up here.
No worries.
Yeah, I probably did break something. Okay, so let's see if we went with we want the mint redeem side.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
And so if we want to mint, and we're going to go USDC on both sides, let's go with $5,000. 5,000 USDC.
So now you can see the difference between the two. So how much you'll receive is that 77.769 Seagold from minting with USDC, and probably the exact same with USDT and with PAXG. And then if you go to actually buy that amount off of the liquidity pool, the exact same amount, 5,000 USDC, you're going to be getting less C gold from the actual liquidity pair than what you would through just minting the tokens. So if you did want to try out $5,000 worth, then we would highly recommend just going and minting those tokens instead of buying it off the liquidity pool. So that's where this can come in directly beneficial for quite a lot of people who want to, get some gold. There's tons of people that are looking to get some digital gold. So finally, it's about time.
So the difference here between the two, between mint and redeem or versus purchasing, is 3.41 C gold. So if we go in here and we do the math at 3.41 C gold, you're talking a difference of $215. That's a huge chunk. $215 out of $5,000. I mean, yeah.
Yeah, it's a couple percent that you'd just be losing right there. I mean,
oh God, yeah.
It's like, why would you not just go mint? And that's exactly why we got this going, because it's very essential. And then even if you try $10,000, see what the difference is there, because I'm actually curious if you doubled it.
Let's do it in USDT this time for fun to break things up. Why? Because I want to break this up.
So 155.5. I know it's going to be quite a bit different. Yeah.
Oh yeah,
we're talking 15 tokens, which would be roughly like $1,000 or something, or not $1,000.
At $935.
Yeah,
almost $1,000.
Almost 1,000. Yeah.
Wow, that is huge. So yeah, that was 10,000.
Yeah, so exactly. If you got $10,000 and you want some CGLD, then it's a lot better to come through that mint. So
right. So by purchasing that token, you would actually lose 10%, literally, if you went through the RBDEX.
Just from the LP pool. And it's just because we need to deepen the liquidity. We need people to buy more gold, create more liquidity, earn yield on it, and overall increase the liquidity, increase expansion. So that's another step forward with this. It's going to be, hopefully a very, very good, juicy step towards that, because it's going to make quite the big difference for those. Because as said before, we have had quite a few OTC requests that just weren't quite doable with how everything was set up before. But here we go.
So, okay, I got a great one here. So essentially, the mint and redeem is really hugely beneficial if somebody has a large amount they're going to do. Where the DEX, there we go, drew a blank, is really good for small people. Because they don't want to pay the 2% fee.
Yeah.
Now, here's a riddle for you. See if anybody can answer this. At what point? Okay, because we know that $10,000 is going to save you $1,000 difference here. What time does it become more profitable to actually go out and buy an Angel NFT, save that 1% on the mint and redeem, than it would be to do it without? Because you figure that's going to cut it in half, right?
Yeah, I mean it's an expensive NFT, so it's definitely for some of the larger players out there, some people that have more capital that they're willing, and that's why as well that we're looking to implement, as we talked about earlier, kind of a lenting and renting mechanism where you can rent out your NFT. Like if you have some people have 2 or more NFTs, Angel NFTs, not that many though, but those people will be able to go and actually, if they would like to, they have the option to then lend or rent out one of their NFTs or both, and they could let somebody else try out the rewards, or just try out for the minting specifically. So that'll be up to the discretion of the people lending it out, how much they how long, how much, how long are you going to give it out for, what's the cost, how much do you want to get paid, all that. So that'll be all kind of built into the technicals and up to person to person case, but it will give an option for those to test that out. So that's why we kind of want to get that, so it'll make it a little bit easier instead of people having to straight up buy an NFT for 5,000 or more. It'd be kind of kind of a lot, 5,000 is not cheap, so it'd be a lot better to have that option to rent it out.
Gotcha. Okay. And so no, I think that's great. Now I noticed over here, Chrome, the treasury and the portfolio aren't currently working. Okay.
Yeah.
So tell us about that.
It's just because there's nothing to report yet, essentially. There are some super small amount of assets, but we haven't really kicked things off yet, and this is just the very starting stages of the Dapp. And as I said earlier, it did take it took a lot of work for our dev to do all the math calculations and get it all to report correctly. So it's going to take a little bit of time before we start to get like all the rest of that filled out. But right now, really the most important part is the collateral. People want to know, they want to see like, is the backing there? I think that's obviously one of the most important things, the transparency, so that, you know, we're not just saying that there is this much PAXG or USDC backing Seagold, but it actually is there. You can see it on the Dapp, as well as go check the contracts yourself, which are all in the white paper as well as in the Discord.
Correct. Okay. So, trying to think, what else haven't we covered so far? I mean, for me, once you and I talked for those couple hours and we went through that whole arbitrage, and I started to see all the different avenues passing me, I was like, man, I can sit here with those 3 screens up, watching a movie on one screen, doing the arbitrage on that one, and making money at the same time. It's like, oh, look, it dipped. Buy. Oh, look, it went up. Sell. That's it. I mean, it's going to be that freaking easy. This is going to be amazing. And so, on top of that, what else is super easy? Yeah, that's super easy. Not going to say it. Just got to pay attention. See who's watching right now.
Yeah, we'll see if people are interested in getting some hashtag gold.
Exactly. We may have nobody watching after this amount of babbling in the different places we've gone.
I would not be surprised. I mean, an hour and 45 minutes is a lot to sit through, so I do not shame anybody for having to leave or jump in and out. I mean, even
I do.
For me, it can be. Oh, I do.
Somebody's paying attention. Taylor, thank you, buddy. Thanks for letting me know that somebody is awake right there.
That's awesome.
Yes, Taylor is paying attention. So yes, anybody out there, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to give away the gold that I just purchased, which is I'm sitting on.
You're like almost a gram or something. Are you going to give away the whole amount?
No.
Okay.
0.3 Seagold. I just swapped it around.
$20. Yeah, $20.
Yeah, $20 worth. $20 worth of Seagold.
That's nice.
I just got to figure out where the hell I stuck it at. No, I just did it. I just lost it.
Oh, didn't you redeem it?
Oh, I stuck it in packs. Okay.
Yep, it's in packs.
Okay,
yep.
I can fix that. So this is a great thing. I can do this all over the place. So since it's a small one out, we're not going to do the mint. We're going to just do the trade to get that. So to do that,
that's only if you can find where to trade the PAXG.
Oh, PAXG, I'm going to wait. Man, that's my long term.
Oh, okay, Never mind. Ignore me.
You need food. I get it. Yeah, we've bounced all over hell and back today, so it's been fun.
No, it's great. I always love doing these. We get to cover so much information. It's good to reference to. Be like, oh man, if you want to learn about this, then go check out this one.
Exactly. So we're going to go 0.3 Seagold, able USDC. That should be about $20. And go and approve. I guess what it works out to be.
Wait. You're on USDC to ARX. It must have switched back.
Son of a.
At least you approved USDC, so you don't have to do another approve. Yeah.
Okay, yeah, because I've already approved this. So 3, right? Yeah.
Just do 20 in the USDC part, or whatever. Yeah. If you want to make it easy, like if you ever want an exact amount, just type it in.
Right. Well, that's why I was going 0.3 Seagold, whatever that is.
There you go. Perfect. 0.3 is a nice number. I mean, the price is going to fluctuate too, so I mean, could be worth $25 pretty soon.
Exactly. We have no idea. But as a way to say thank you, hey, Yabonk's still here. Thanks, Yabonks.
Gold's still here. Hey.
Everybody's rolling in. All right, FN, thank you guys. Yes, this is of my own money, so it's not given away. I'm not getting paid for this. None of this is sponsored. This is me sharing my excitement of this arbitrage opportunity and what's coming. And so I want you guys to be the first ones to really dive in and really start to analyze what's going on here. Because if you don't know about collective finance, if you don't realize what's going on, you see stuff like this on tokens like meme coins and tokens that are utility based. You don't see these on coins that are actually backed by a physical asset like gold. So for me, that was super exciting. You put this arbitrage opportunity, all this craziness with the physical aspect of gold that you can hold in your hand. And you put those two together, man, this is freaking awesome.
Right. Thank you so much for those kind words. Yeah.
Dude, I get soaked.
It's definitely kind of like, in a sense, it's unique. I mean, it's not like It's hard because it is new, it is unique, but it's not in a sense like as gold's been around for so long.
Right.
But so it's an interesting playing field right now, but we're definitely a little bit of ahead of the curve here.
Exactly. And so there we go. There's the 0.3 sea gold I'm going to be giving away to one of you guys here. Now, here's what you got to do to do that. First, of course, you have to like this video. Second, you have to subscribe to the channel. Third, you have to join the Collective Finance Discord, and I will put another link in the chat for that because I lost it. I forget what I was saying. See, this is what happens when I try and do two things at once. I screw things up. There it is. Okay, so definitely join the Collective Finance Discord.
Yeah. Stay up to date, and we got lots of fun stuff.
Yeah, there's a lot of stuff coming down, and I can tell you that, yes, I do know a few little bits and pieces before you guys do. But I always try to make sure that I get it to you as soon as I can. And once I do get it, I've already had some time to analyze it, really dig through it, and find things like this. And so I can draw it out in crayon, bring you guys on here, and we can really go through it. Hopefully get you guys to see what I'm seeing, because, man, there's some amazing things coming. Just my opinion. I'm not a financial advisor. This is not a paid subscription. This is nothing. This is me having fun with my buddy Chrome, going through what I feel is an amazing opportunity that I want to share with you guys. So,
thank you. No, that was awesome.
Absolutely, brother.
Always a pleasure. Perks of being friends with the project founders.
Exactly. And so the last way is, how are you going to claim it if you're a winner? Well, that's the tricky part. See, now you have to go to Down Home Crypto Discord. And so I'm going to give you the link to that. Now, that is where we do our voting for our rags to riches. That's where we have central information of everything, including over on the Discord. In case you're ever wanting to know what's going on in the channel, let me pull this up here real quick so everybody can see.
I love this. It's not easy. You got to do a little bit of work to get this prize, but I love it. I like that.
Yeah, you do have to. And it's out of my own pocket, so it's nothing that was given to me. But to let you know, on Down Home Crypto, this is literally my community and all the family members here to just help anybody. So whether it's grandma, it's a kid that's just starting out, it's a master crypto investor. All these kind of people hang out here, and we operate as a family. You know, it's a good, comfortable place. You can go ask anything you want to know. But if you want to know about projects, over here on the left, you scroll down, there you go. There's Bitfighters, Cardinal House, Club Monte Carlo, Crescent Swap. So every time they put an announcement out, you can catch it all in one location. And as new projects pop up, I'm always putting them in here. So you can always find out what's going on from one central location is what I'm hoping for. But you're going to have to DM me in this Discord to get your prize if you're a winner. So, yes, I am going to make you work for it. But unlike you bonks, I'm not making you be a paid subscriber. Now, if you do want to support the channel, there is such a thing as a special family access. And there are channels just for the family members. It's right here, VIP family. And guess what? They get to know what's going on usually up to a week before anybody else in the world does. As soon as I do something, or I'm saying, hey, I'm going to have a video going out with Chrome next Thursday, guess what? These guys know the day I talk to Chrome. Family members get that information. The public doesn't get to know until 2 days before. So they get like a 3 to 5 day window. And I may have special accesses of the projects that are launching, what's going on, what's happening behind the scenes. That's where I put that as in the VIP family. So,
you know what's interesting is I've wanted to do that for like other Discords and stuff, but it's not available in Canada. So I cannot set that up. It's only US right now. Yeah.
Really?
So, that perks of being a US citizen right now, so you can have a paid Discord server.
There's only one thing that we have a perk about, because I have, for anywhere else I have to use VPN for DEXs and all kinds of things across the board. So there's one perk. All right, I feel good.
Yeah, sometimes you got to use the VPN in the US, like your location is the US.
Exactly. So, okay, so real quick, is there anything we haven't touched on as far as the Dapp, the Crescent Swap Exchange, or Crescent Swap DEX, RBDEX, anything coming down the pipe that we haven't thoroughly dug into and just ripped apart?
Let me just double check. So I guess we'll just talk, mention a little bit of a couple things that we did in the AMA and stuff, in case people missed, but we are in talks about, continued expansion and going cross chain. So we're looking to, hopefully expand to BNB or BSC very soon. We don't have we're still like in talks with some people and figuring all that out. So it's not 100% set in stone, though we're in talks, and we'd love to talk about it because it's all about what we want to do. We want to expand, we want to grow, we want to bring gold all over the network. So we're hoping that we can get that done pretty soon and kind of line that up, as well as more partnerships with the other projects. As you know, we just are going to announce. We haven't like officially announced like the partnership details of us and Crescent Swap, but that is the thing. We're going to be partners. We've got everything lined up. Yeah. So that's set. Yeah, we're going to be, increasing liquidity, another liquidity pool soon, mint and redeem coming soon, Dapp, all this stuff is going to be dropping. I want to say like within the week, but just to be safe, we'll say within 1 to 2 weeks, just in case.
So let me throw some at you real quick, because I got to know now if or when, probably when is more realistic, Seagold goes on Binance Smart Chain or one of these other chains. Now, do you guys already have a plan to build your own bridging platform in this one-stop shop? Yeah.
Good question. So this thought's been on my mind, and I would say we haven't really talked about it, though I do know some pretty cool people who do some cross chain bridging stuff that I would definitely like to work with, just as a project and as founders and stuff. I think they're really cool. So you obviously know who I'm talking about. That'd be CryptoLink. So yeah, shout out to those guys. I've known them for like quite a while, chatted with them like probably like a year ago or something. So yeah, I would say we definitely, as Krypton said earlier, like we want to have kind of like a one-stop shop Dapp where you can do everything all in one place. That's what I've talked about like before too. It would be awesome. Like we very much hope to implement essentially everything that you could do with RC tokens right onto the Dapp, so that you don't have to go between RBDEX, Crescent Swap, like blah, 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 all these different LP pools.
Right.
Like it would be great if you could just have one platform and one area that you can go back and forth just between pages on one website, right? So yes, I would say I've thought about it personally. I can't speak for like the rest of the team, but it's something that would definitely be beneficial for us and for all the users. So
absolutely. Okay. Sorry, I had to throw that in there because it just popped in my brain. It's like, man, hey, we're here. Let's dig into it.
Yeah, might as well. No, I think that's good.
Okay.
Just gonna take a peek at my notes or just on my other phone here.
And so you're just tuning in, or if you might have missed it, I will call it out. Right now we're doing the 0.3 Seagold token giveaway, which is about $20 for the Seagold. And all you have to do is type in the chat #gold. There to collect. You'll have to jump in the Down Home Crypto Discord, shoot me a DM there, and I'll make sure I get it over to you. As you saw, I just swapped it over, so it is there. And yes, it is out of my own personal wallet. So happy to do it. And I want to say thank you all for being with me all this time and going through all these crazy rabbit holes, because to me, this is fun. This is what crypto is all about, is diving into a project and really ripping it apart. Not just taking what they give you on the surface. Here you go. Here's your little infographics. No. I want to take that, rip it up into little shreds, dig in there, get a magnifying glass. Okay, what's going on? And then I want to go in and try it. And so it's been a really great time to jump in here and be able to go through this new Dapp. And we minted, we redeemed, we even got PAX G, which is pretty cool. I just feel honored. I own PAX G.
That's cool. Yeah, no, that's good. I was just taking a look at my last, like some of my notes and stuff. And yeah, so a couple more things that we got would be, we actually decided that we are going to like redo our landing page and kind of, it's going to be like a living, breathing thing. Most likely we're going to be constantly changing it, updating it. There's always new stuff. And obviously with new C tokens rolling out, like new additions, new sales, it's going to be constantly changing. So we essentially rebuilt it. One of our devs was like, yeah, I'll do this. So we got him to do that. It's looking super slick. It's essentially like similar to our other one, though it's just a lot more adaptable and a lot more workable with the way that it was designed this time and the way that it was coded. So yeah, we're working on that. It's looking super good. We're just kind of going through the basics of making sure all the information is correct, that it looks good, and that it's kind of, up to standards of what we want it to be, because obviously we don't like to release half-ass stuff, pardon my language, but yeah,
it's Friday night, man. It's all good. We're after hours here. So.
After hours, yeah. So Yeah, that's coming soon again, so that will be fun to drop, and new little landing page for everybody to check out. Another thing, I just had it in my head. Oh yeah, new infographics. I worked on some new infographics. They actually are in the white paper. I updated the white paper so it's concurrent to kind of what's going on. It has some information. It kind of has some sneak peek information in the NFT section if anybody notices. But yeah, so you can check out some kind of updated infographics there. We'll be sharing those a little bit, and as well as more AMAs and stuff. We just did a community AMA, and we're probably going to be doing some more, as well as with other projects, people, you, Sean, like more stuff. So
right.
Yeah, expect more of those. And yeah, just like lots of fun stuff. I mean, like, we've been working hard, talking to lots of people, kind of lining things up, and it's just going to keep on snowballing. We're hoping to continue the ride and continue to grow and get more exposure out there. So stay on the tune. And if you're interested in an Angel NFT, make sure to say that Serenity was your reference, so he gets a little bit of a bonus. And and reach out to us if you ever want to talk, or you want to learn about what being an angel is and all that. We're always down to chat and video calls if you want. Like, I'm right here right now, so always down for whatever people are looking for. So yeah,
right on. Okay, what do you say we give away some gold?
Yeah, about time.
Okay, I know everyone's like, oh, would you do it already? I know. Sorry,
2 hours. Oh my God, Serenity.
Hey, you're lucky it wasn't me and you bonks. We'd be on here for 6 hours.
Yeah,
that's just
12.
getting warmed up, baby.
All the way to 14.
Yep. Okay, so we have 13 entries so far, and I haven't been watching YouTube. I don't know how many responded there or anything else. But first of all, I want to say thank you guys all, because I know it's your Friday night, and the fact that you chose to spend it here with me, earlier with you bonks, earlier with Cyril. I mean, it's been an ongoing event. And Chrome, thank you, buddy, for hanging out for all this time and going through all these crazy questions and down the rabbit holes. It's been an absolute blast, brother.
Oh man, yeah, absolutely. I love doing it. It's my job as well. So, because obviously, Doc and Crip can't make everything. They're businessmen. They're busy guys, and they got a lot of stuff going on usually. So it's
they do, and that's how these cool things get made. I mean, you guys got to be working and grinding every day. And just like Yabong says here, hold my coffee and watch this shit.
Hold
got it, buddy.
Hold my coffee. We're gonna be here for a while.
Yeah, exactly.
I love that. Yeah.
Okay, so anybody, you got like a quick 5 seconds to type in the chat #gold if you want to enter this in for 0.3C gold. I'm personally going to send you. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Big money, no whammies. Big money, no whammies.
Woo!
Winner is.
Oh, Lego Lord? That's a cool name. I love Legos, I'm not going to lie. Hey!
Lego Lord!
That's so
Look
funny.
at that! Congratulations, Lego Lord.
That's
It was
funny.
one away from you, bonks, man. You were so close.
So close, yeah. That's awesome. Congratulations. Yeah, make sure you
Congratulations,
follow.
Michael.
Like listed earlier, you got to join up in the collective server, join up Serenity server. Make sure you go send him a message and let him know.
Right.
And I would also take a screenshot, and personally, I recommend that you also do this for the giveaways, but get them to take a screenshot of their actual YouTube profile as well.
You're doing good. You're giving the directions, buddy. Keep going, man. You're on a roll.
Yeah, they're okay. So yeah, make sure take a screenshot of this, show that you were here, you participated, and then show that as well. That the profile, Lego Lord, is your profile. So you can just click on the YouTube thing on the on mobile. It's like on the bottom or on the top. I can't remember. Find your profile, take a screenshot, DM Serenity. Make sure you send them all that information. Make sure you're joining the collective server. And yeah, you'll be good to go.
Yep. And send me your Arbitrum 1 wallet address in that DM, and I will send you your 0.3C gold. So, Lego Lord, congratulations, buddy. And guys, I want to thank you, everybody, because none of this would be possible if it weren't for all you guys in the community and out in the audience. Thank you so much, because you really make all this possible.
Yeah, 100%. It's all about the community, the people watching. Otherwise, there wouldn't really be a reason for us to be here. So, yeah, definitely shout out to everybody. And yeah, man, shout out to Yabonks. He's been here for quite some time. So
he has. And guys, if you don't know who Yabonks is, definitely check him out. He's my brother in arms and my mentor, my best friend, and absolutely has taught me a ton. And he pushes me every day to be the best I can be. Runs an animal sanctuary down in Florida, and an awesome guy. Check out his channel, check out his Twitter, and you know what? If you're an animal lover, you can even donate to his animal sanctuary to help the animals there. And they're absolutely awesome. and we have helped all kinds of animals, done all kinds of great events. So please give him a like, give him a follow, and check him out. I want to thank everybody for your time so very much. And Chrome, thank you, buddy. Cribzon, Doc, I'm sorry you had to go, but thank you guys. And until then, have a great weekend.
Cool. Thank you. And yeah, everybody have a great night. It was such a pleasure. So that's pretty much it. Make sure to come check us out and ask us questions if you got any. And yeah, we'll see you next time.
Absolutely. Have a good night, everybody. See you next time.